Hello there everyone! So today we are going to be going through some very interesting Facebook comments from the DML Facebook page. So obviously earlier today I did make a very long rant video on how the solo events are not pay to win, and I know a few people are probably thinking, wow, where are you getting all of these horrible comments from? Well, it's just the DML Facebook page in all honesty. But I just wanted to read through some of them because it's genuinely like looking into another realm where apparently Gameloft is the Antichrist and he's like worse than Hitler. So I just thought it'd be fun to go through some of the comments that I've actually managed to find, and I just wanted to go through some of the reasons why these people sound as stupid as they are. So, in this first one here, we have someone that says, "This event stops farms and breeding den for 10 days, and we need to play every hour to finish it. It's a game to have fun, not our life." Then there's a winky face. Then someone says, "Well, if you can't do it, just pay for it. For a game, no thanks. Haha." And then there's a reasonable human being here that says, "Stop complaining then if it's just a game." And then he says, "Phone, go away. I'm sorry, sir, but it is a game that will not give me anything in real life. Only fun. If you'd like to play spending money, go ahead. It's good for you. I complain hoping to improve the game because it has many problems such as, it is impossible to finish if we do not to spend real money. If you do not like what I think, you are not obligated to respond, and I do not have to give explanations to anyone. Bye." And then the guy responds with, "When you understand the concept of free-to-play, you won't have any problem after that. Yes, and you are free to think about yourself, you won't have any problem after that. You play because you want, some stupid code spammer, and then finally, you aren't actually stopping the farms or breeding for the event. If you play just like you would normally, you will actually finish at least some of it. Or just ignore the event and play as you usually do. You are right, the game is to have fun." Okay, so this first string of comments, beautiful, may I add, from this particular person that doesn't seem to understand how they're sounding at the moment. So, for a start, they said you have to stop farms and the breeding den. No, that is not a necessity, that is just what lower level players should do because it is just basic then and you're not liable to make a mistake. However, if you know exactly what tier you're on because you're having the table up, you know that you don't have to keep the breeding den unoccupied for a certain amount of time, or like 16 hours for that tier, so you can go ahead and try and breed for a dragon. So that is already wrong. And then in the middle where he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to pay for a game, no thanks," and then someone's like, "Well, if it's that meaningless to you, then don't complaining. Don't keep complaining. Don't complain." Jesus, I sound stupid. But he tells him not to complain if he values the game so lowly, and then he's like, "Oh, but this game won't give me anything in real life, just fun. If you want to spend money, go ahead." But apparently, according to this guy, in exact quoting, "It is impossible to finish if we do not spend real money." So this is where my main complaint lies, it's with people like this. It is impossible to finish. Literal quote right in front of me. It's just wrong. And then this guy says, "It's a free-to-play game. How can you complain that they need someone to spend gems?" Even though this guy doesn't even agree that you have to spend gems on this event. And then the guy's like, "Oh, well, this is my opinion and I don't have to respond to you. I've just posted it on the public DML page because I think everyone is going to agree with me." That's not how this works, chap. But I thought that was an interesting little conversation that went on between these two guys, so I guess we'll just leave it there for now. Okay, and then the next one. This is beautiful. Thank you, Gameloft. Just when I thought I couldn't lose any more respect for your company and products, you added 6 more hours of required time to tier 6. There's a special hell for people like you. Okay, let's just take this back a notch. Jesus Christ, this guy. For a start, let's just take into account for a second that the required time for Tier 7 is only 10 hours in comparison to the 16 hours for Tier 6, so they have actually reduced the requirement for Tier 7, I believe, or it is shorter than Tier 6, so hasn't really changed that much, but apparently this guy is taking it very, very hard, not appreciating this, and this comment is fine. I want to go through this one a little bit later. Then there's this guy here. This is that. I will not participate. F you. Well, that's fair enough. Thank you for your very, very complicated and invested participation in the discussion as to why the event needs improvement. I'm sure that Gameloft will take this into account very strongly. Thank you for your valuable input there. Okay, then we have this one here. I won't be spending a single gem on this event, Greedloft. So don't spend a single gem if you don't want to. And it is Gameloft, not Greedloft. Can you read or not? Okay, this guy, he's not quite getting the fact that they're making a pun out of the name. Then they're like, it's definitely Greedloft. And when the servers go down, it's Failsloft. And then we have another code spammer. I'm gonna kill this person. I swear. Okay. So, it's like, why do people feel the need to publicly post on their event notification, I won't be spending a single gem on this event, Greedloft. I'm so important that you need to realise that I'm not going to spend any money because I'm the only person in this world that matters. Oh my, you should feel ashamed because I in particular am not going to be spending on your... They don't give a crap, mate. They don't care. They do not care about you. You never really cared about spending gems in the first place. And then this one, always the same. I won't participate. This event is just to make peoples to buy gems. Indeed. And then another code spammer. Damn you! Ah! Okay. So, this event is just to make peoples to buy gems. Okay, if you think that they couldn't make gems in any other fashion in a better way, then you go ahead thinking that, but obviously they do have a motive to want people to buy gems, but I'm pretty sure that is not the only reason that they have events running, but I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong, maybe I'm the idiot here. Who knows? Okay. Oh, another very fun one here that we have. Oh boy. Okay. This is a lovely string of comments, and you will find out in a second, so let's go through it from top to bottom. Let me guess. Impossible to do for people who don't want or can't pay for diamonds? They're not diamonds. Then someone says, bingo! Oh, look! It's the person from last time! What a coincidence, right? And then, not really. I'm just 15 and cannot buy gems, but I still can manage it to tier 5. Stop being an idiot when you don't even try. You know, that's fair enough. Maybe the idiot didn't have to be in there, but these responses are bellissimo, beautiful. Make me side with the perpetrator in the first place. Big mouth for a 15-year-old. Guess you do have time to do nothing except playing this game. You know, grown-ups have to work and take care of spoiled big-mouthed kids like you. Brilliant. That another response, even still tier 5 is not tier 11. I'm sure someone out there wants the anglerfish, and there is a super strong possibility they may not get it their way the event is set up. I myself am not even trying for that dragon, but I know I would be super disheartened if I was. I don't have time to spend a ton of gems on this. I need the Scully Dragon lol. Well, this is another person that obviously doesn't understand that it is possible to get to tier 10 at least a day before the event is over. And then again, the person that just badmouthed a 15-year-old kid, some probably like 40-year-old woman, If this 15-year-old had learned some respect and treated me with respect, he would get it back. I don't think I have to be the parent to learn him this. Oh, brilliant English. What would you do? Kindly explain calling someone an idiot isn't very nice. Ha ha ha, come on, be honest. Okay, I can't take this person seriously. What would you do? Kindly explain calling someone an idiot isn't very nice. I don't think I have to be the parent to learn him. Ugh! Ugh! Ah! Okay, I can't deal with this grammar. And then this person that is speaking some common sense. How old are you? If you want respect, then act like you deserve it. Your responses are extremely immature. If you're an adult, act like one instead of slinging back more insults. Idiot or spoiled big mouth. Which insult is worse? They are pretty much equal, aren't they? Well, what do you guys think? I don't get people. I don't get it. I don't get some people. I just don't. Ah, oh, God, it makes me cringe. Just the word respect when it has anything to do with anyone above the age of like 30, it's always used in a negative connotation these days. It's ridiculous. And another brilliant one. Always crash here. I bet that you are starting to hate me. Right, Dragon Mania Legends? You will never have other money from me, you cheaters! Yeah. Oh, I can't believe that some people are real. I can't believe that these people are legit. Like, Dragon Mania Legends, hey, please tell me a bit more about your issue. It's just a generic, obvious response to sort of try and clear up the issue, but just that. You will never have other money from me, you cheaters. For a start, how is Gameloft a cheater? Just gonna say that, and then you'll never have other money from me. Again, it's that sense of entitlement. I'm the only one that matters. You're not getting money from me, so obviously you're not getting it from another 1,000 people or anything. Oh, no, no, no. You need to know, because this Latino man, am not going to give any more money to this company when I've only got VIP level 2 just about, and then got angry because I realised I only bought like 50 gems or something. I don't know. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, Jesus Christ. But we do have some actual sense that is going on. I'm not gonna say that everything is negative, and I have seen a little bit of an improvement in the comment section. I think other people are also starting to get really pissed off with the constant moaning. So we do have one here. This person is someone that has commented on my videos before as well. I do know this person. But I can't understand why everyone is so angry about this event. If you don't want to do it, then leave it. But stop writing so bad comments. Writing. Whatever. Personally, I love all the events because they are something other. It's not fair that you're also negative. If you hate this game and the new things that Gameloft is working on, then feel free and stop playing the game. Well, I mean, it is a bit harsh to tell people to just outright stop playing just because of an event, but they should not be complaining. That they're complaining about nothing. And then the response, or perhaps we are voicing our concerns regarding a game imbalance, excuse me, that the devs have the power to fix. It's not an issue, why would they fix it? If I didn't enjoy the game, I wouldn't be here to begin with. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be commenting. What we as players would like to see is a reasonable way to achieve this. You, my friend, the person that has been on every single one of these biased comments, is not the person that people agree with, unfortunately, so do not try and say we when you say yourself and give your opinion. Please don't. Achieve this event without shelling out wads of cash, but that's really the whole point of the event. Games are no longer being designed for fun and achievement, but as a steady stream of microtransaction revenue for large companies. Well, to be honest, mate, that's how it's always been, and I don't think Gameloft have really changed it that much. But the events are not impossible, so... And this guy has proven multiple times that... let's just say doesn't come across very well. Let's just put it that way. And then someone else said, the only bad thing about this event is the server down that happens every time. That is very true. Not gonna deny there are server issues, event problems, pretty much every single event. Obviously, that is annoying, but usually we do get extra time to accommodate for this, and it has happened every time. But so far, I've only had one item that hasn't actually been collected when it should have. But it seems like most of the issues are fixed. For me personally, I don't know how it is in general. And to finish this off, I finished every event in the last 9 months without paying money. It's a question of time and arrangement. Very, very true. That's what people need to realise. It is not an issue with the event, it's an issue with life, as I've said before. Then this very good set of comments here. Hey, only half the comments are complaining about the impossibility of completion without spending money. That's progress. I'm proud of you. And then the last solo event was the first time ever I was able to complete it, but I had to buy 2 of the 4 friend gifts. So yes, we are going on here about the fact that obviously having to add friends for some of the event technically is a little bit problematic, but it is a social game. And so I do understand the fact that it should have social aspects in it, such as giving gifts and things like that. So I think it's more so the fact that people need to stop saying, this is how the event should be, this is what I want it to be, because it is a social game. That's how these games are. That's how they've always been. And obviously, maybe there is something they could replace it with that would make a little bit more sense, but that's just how it is, really. But, you know, people here are just saying stuff like, I never really knew how to do the events a few months ago, and now I do, and now I realise that they're not pay to win. And that's the main thing. People are just misinformed. They just don't really understand what the issues are or what they're doing wrong, so they just assume that something is wrong with how Gameloft have set it up. There are so many notifications going off. This is ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to finish it off with this one. I bought gems when I could. Didn't have to. It's a casual mobile game. Oh, those 3 words! Casual mobile game. I cannot throw them at you enough. That is the explanation I use for this game, and it is very, very important. I have other things to do, so I don't mind the wait. I've managed to keep VIP active most of the time and unlock numerous third skills from legendary dragons by just playing. If I don't finish the event, oh well. I get closer and closer with each one though, and without spending money. Have fun. But those 3 words, casual mobile game. Now the reason this is so important, casual game. So a casual game is one that requires little to no skill to progress in, just time. And so the people that complain about events in general are the people that have a lot less time invested than higher level players, obviously. And so they are the people that don't understand the fact that these events do take time to be able to build up your islands, build up your teams, and eventually things go by in a click. You can do them easily, eventually. And then mobile game. Now, this is important because mobile games are in a very different category to regular video games. The reason being that mobile games appeal to a very wide audience and primarily work off of microtransactions. Microtransactions are mobile games. If there weren't microtransactions, there wouldn't be mobile games, because they are free-to-play games where the only way that the company makes money is through microtransactions, and they do this by making people want to speed up aspects of the game. But mobile games are infamous for having issues, for having limitations due to them being browser-based or mobile-based games. They are not like real video games, and they are usually lower in quality. But people don't seem to understand this, and they don't seem to understand that microtransactions are completely necessary to keep these games alive. Phone! 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 I'm going to kill you! I'm going to stab you! Please, stop! But I could literally do a video on just those 3 words, casual mobile games. I could explain to you what my thoughts are on them in general, but I think I have ranted on for way too long. I know not a lot's been happening on the screen today, but you know, it's just some of these comments I just can't believe. Like this first string of comments in particular, just it is impossible to finish if we do not spend real money. Beautiful comment. It's the fact that people make comments like this that they can never go back on, and it's obvious that they genuinely believe it. But, you know, I'm gonna end it there for now. Obviously, you know by now that I love to rant. I love to go through idiots and, or just misinformed people, let's call them, so I don't sound completely terrible. But, I just... If we could completely stop this stupid stuff in the comments and actually be more positive towards Gameloft, don't you think that that would encourage Gameloft to do more for the player base rather than increasing the item pools and things like that? Obviously, I don't think it's actually going to make any difference because by this point they've heard all sorts of abuse. Anyone on the internet has. But, shouting and screaming and swearing at Gameloft, calling them Greedy Loft, is going to have the opposite effect. So the more you do it, they're not going to listen, they're going to think that you're stupid. Especially when there's people like me and pretty much 95% of the play base that doesn't agree with you. So, that is going to be it for today. If you've actually made it this far, then good job. I'm surprised. I don't know how anyone stayed this long, to be honest. It's just been me sitting here doing a whole lot of nothing. Like every day, lol. Yeah, that's not funny. But, anyway, thank you guys. Check out the DML Facebook page every now and then. It is a good laugh. It is a very good laugh every now and then, gotta admit. Very fun. But, anyway guys, I'll be back with a normal video hopefully after this. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.